A reading from the letter of Paul to the Colossians. Brothers and sisters, if then you were raised with Christ, seek what is above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Think of what is above, not of what is on earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, your life, appears, then you too will appear with him in glory. The word of the Lord.
Our second reading on this Easter Sunday is taken from the letter of St. Paul to the Colossians. We have been reflecting on faith as a lifetime journey. Faith, the proper gift and also response to the risen Lord. Gift of the risen Lord, a response to the risen Lord. In the first reading, we see Peter, going through his journey of faith, thanks to Easter. This person who misunderstood Jesus a number of times. He was even called Satan by Jesus. Get behind me, Satan. Now proclaims who Jesus is. God was with him. God raised him from the dead. God gave him power to forgive sins. That is a perspective of faith. And that's the gift of Easter. And God has chosen me to be a witness to him. That is a perspective of faith, thanks to Easter. In the second reading, St. Paul tells the Colossians there are some implications in the life of faith of those who believe in Easter, in Jesus the risen one. If we go to the letter of St. Paul to the Romans, we learn that through baptism, we have died with Christ. But also in baptism, we are reborn to new life. As Jesus rose from the dead, in baptism, we also have a share in his resurrection, in his new life. That's why baptism is celebrated and our baptismal vows are renewed in a special way during Easter. Now, baptism is a sacrament of faith. When we are baptized, we profess our faith in Jesus. A faith that enables us to die to ourselves, to die to the old person, and to live with God in Jesus Christ. That is basically the same message of the letter of St. Paul to the Colossians. Since Jesus has already risen from the dead, and since Jesus is seated at the right hand of the Father, we who have been baptized in faith, even now, here on earth, we should live here on earth our daily lives connected to heaven. Our concerns should be those of the life above. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean that St. Paul is encouraging us to live in a fairy tale world, to live up there in the clouds, a world of imagination, a world of make-believe, a world of illusion and delusion. No. What he's saying is, you live by faith. By faith, you are one with Christ, the risen one. And now Jesus is in the full presence of God. So now here on earth, live with him. Let your concerns be the concerns of God. This is a manifestation of faith. Our concerns in our daily living should not be selfish, should not be consumerist, should not be those infinite desires that in the end frustrate all of us. Our lives here on earth should not be dictated by false promises of a good life, of what we call eternal happiness, which in the end really lead to frustration because they are worldly, they are banal. Here on earth, living day-to-day life with passion and with energy, our concerns should be the concerns of the risen one. Live heaven here on earth. That's faith, and that should happen every day of our lives.